Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel.
Who is that they, them on my screen?
Hi everybody, welcome to me. I had this whole elaborate plan in my head about how I was going to get so many things filmed in advance, and part of that was going to be like reacting to a couple live streams from Rosie that I missed last week. One that was like a members only, one that I think was public. Girl, actually, I don't even fucking know anymore at this point. Oh, I probably shouldn't have cussed so early in the video. But I had this whole planned idea. It was honestly, it's always fantasy. There's always an air of fantasy when it comes to Zachary Marie thinking that they're gonna get ahead in some type of way on this channel, because they just keep posting. So 2 days ago, I recorded a reaction to Amberlynn going live on YouTube, and she briefly talked about having some kind of tea about Rosie at the end. I gave you a little bit of Rosie's response to said shit-talking tea, whatever. I wouldn't even call what Amberlynn did shit-talking, just annoying. But then Rosie, of course, was right on it, even though she's taking a break from the internet, and even though she doesn't engage in Amberlynn Reid content or gossip or drama, she doesn't watch reaction channels, she doesn't do any of that. She had a response within 2 hours of that live stream, and then Amberlynn went live again on TikTok, and I covered that in yesterday's video, where she platformed fucking Stefan from Paradise. Gross behavior. Sorry, I can't talk, but that's how disgusted I am by her platforming that man who quite literally, while she was live streaming with him as a guest on her live stream on TikTok, he tried to turn the camera on a woman in the Paradise house who said, "Please don't film me right now, I'm in my underwear." And he couldn't even respect that because he's weird. He's a creep. He's disgusting. And so then Rosie had a response to that. Well then, I don't even know at this point what fucking night she did this, but Rosie just had to go do a members only live stream. She had to return from her break from the internet, and she said, let me hop onto a members only live stream. So that's what we're gonna watch today. But please note that in real time, I'm also aware that Amberlynn has already done another live stream. She live streamed last night on YouTube and allegedly addressed both Rosie and Stefan. I don't really know. I haven't actually watched it yet because I'm playing catch up. 6 catch-ups, if you will. 6 huge Sam's Club sized catch-ups. I'm working on it so hard, divas. We're really trying out here to get caught up. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. And this members only is kind of a long video, so we'll see how much of it we get through before I just lose my mind. But it's called Self-Care Sunday Chit Chat parentheses Dinner. Self-Care. Haircut, question mark, makeup, question mark, end parentheses. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and let's get to, shall we?
I'm not in the mood. Okay, well, I'm about to get up here in a minute anyway. Okay, yeah, like I was
I'm not in the mood, but here I am in my favorite place on the internet. Live streaming with y'all.
Posted on Instagram, like I don't expect a ton of people to show up. Because I know I'm like supposed to be on a break, right? It's like 9 p.m. on a Sunday. Because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I literally got my curling iron, my hair cutting supplies, my makeup supplies, my like self-care supplies. I'll get into how I'm doing. By the way,
I'm mildly concerned about the concept of her cutting her hair. I'm kind of concerned about that, because what is she gonna do to it?
If you don't know what's going on at all from yesterday, my Instagram story should still be up. I would seriously recommend hitting pause, watching and reading them, and or going on my X if you don't have Instagram.
And she's done giving it attention, by the way. I don't know if you remember. don't know if you remember, she didn't want anything to do with Amberlynn, but she's gonna make sure to bring it all up for you. The gag is I think at this point, Rosie does like this attention, right? Like, she keeps engaging in this fight, in this thing, and that's not to, like, blame her or anything for, well, it's not even victim blaming, because she's not a victim here. She's just getting into fights. She's getting into fights with Amberlynn. She's responding to Amberlynn when she doesn't have to respond to Amberlynn. She didn't have to do shit. She also could have left it at what she already said, but she's now bringing it up again. She just can't stop talking about it. She is very much still in girl world. She is still very much still invested in what Amberlynn Reid does or doesn't do on the internet. And it's just so funny to me because she constantly is telling on herself.
Or if you're unaware of what happened yesterday, just to see my response to a situation, I might touch on that a bit in this live.
Of course you will.
I don't really want to, like, relive it too much.
Relive it. Relive it, and all it had to be was Amberlynn saying whatever shit she had to say in that live stream, and she could have let it go. What do you mean relive it? She's talking about it like it was something traumatic. No, girl, all Amberlynn said is that she's a paying member of your channel and that she watches you, which is weird. I don't know why she would. But all she said is that she does that and that she has some kind of info about somebody close to you that she'd like to share with you if you wanted to hear it. Like, talking like she experienced some kind of traumatic event. Please be serious, Rosie.
But I mean,
not that Amberlynn isn't weirdly or also looking to get some kind of attention from all of this, because she absolutely is. Like, if I haven't made it clear yet, they're both trash, and I'm here for the girl on girl crime, the girl on girl violence. I'm here to watch it. This is what we sign up for. This is what we come to the internet for. We come to this place to laugh. Heartbreak feels good in a place like this, Nicole Kidman.
Have her name blocked in here. I don't have her actual profile blocked, but essentially, literally 8 days ago, I saw the day that Amberlynn signed up as a member. And I was like, what the fuck? And I chose not to say anything because I wanted to avoid this.
Well, that's, and you could have just still continued to say nothing. I wanted to avoid this. Girl, be so serious. You're supposed to be on a break. You're supposed to not even be on the internet. You didn't have to address shit.
And then
so
she went live on
funny.
YouTube yesterday near the end of her live. I believe it was around the 50-minute mark. She was on some fuck shit when it came to me and my boyfriend and her bullshit. And I have been holding back just how much I despise her for the reasons related to the Discord stuff. I have talked about it, definitely. I mean, she's been lurking, yeah.
I have talked about it, definitely. Okay, so you haven't been holding back, because none of that stuff you had to say yesterday was news to me when it comes to your feelings about Amberlynn, because you have, in fact, spoken up about it before.
She said that she had no issue with me, that she liked me, that she basically referred to me as her comfort creator, which everyone knows I take that as a highest form of a compliment, obvious manipulation. She's trying to play me about things that I know about behind the scenes, and I'm sick of her. I'm sick of her. And I'm angry at myself for giving her the compassion I gave her.
You know, I think a lot of people also made some, like, fair points of things that, like, again, I mean, this is not news to me. Rosie continues to show who she is, right? Rosie's morality, I think the reason she constantly brings up me being on a moral high ground and things like that is that she sees how consistent I am with my morals, and when she thinks about the ways that she handles her own morals and morality, she realizes and understands that her morality is situational, right? Her morality changes depending on whatever is most convenient for her, and that's not how morals, ethics, integrity, etc. are supposed to work. They're supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be, like, they only matter when it's difficult to hold true to those things. So congratulations to you for calling out Amberlynn on the weirdly stuff that was happening in her Discord. But ma'am, you have a whole ass, like, line of things that you've done that are questionable. I mean, she's sitting here on her Instagram story calling Amberlynn out for being a predator sympathizer, for having Stefan on her live stream, as if she didn't go onto Stefan's live stream and try to, like, fully try to reason with him and have a conversation with him. You know, she's saying all of this about, like, oh, she cares about children, this, that, the other, but she has a history where she hasn't cared about children. In her own words, she has once upon a time, and again, if you need, I'm not an archive channel, so I don't have all this stuff archived, but I know enough about Rosie's lore these days to be able to share this with you. But Rosie is somebody who fully had went into their stepchild's email, stepchild because she was, like, dating a person who had a kid, and then based on things that she found in the kid's email, ended up outing that person as being queer. She is the same person who harassed Rain's child whenever she was in a personal fight with Rain. She is a person who has questioned or not believed people's assaults whenever it came to questioning somebody she was previously dating, when there were accusations out that the person, Jeff, that she was dating at the time had assaulted somebody. She started questioning those things. So these are all things, it's like situational for Rosie. And that's not to say that, you know, people can't be imperfect or whatever, whoever. It's just wild to me, knowing Rosie's experience, that that she's out here, you know, getting so worked up over Amberlynn, when she honestly truly could just ignore Amberlynn. She could collect that $4 a month or whatever and keep it pushing. Which honestly I think is what I would do. If I suddenly had memberships over on this channel and Amberlynn started wanting to pay me for a membership for whatever it was I was doing over here, I'd say, go for it, diva. I like money. I enjoy money. Why not? But no. So yeah, so all of this is just like, is there a point to be made about Amberlynn's behavior? For sure. Yes, we've been saying that. Is Rosie, like, only bringing it up now because it's convenient? Yeah, because she couldn't stand up to Amberlynn when they were friends and Amberlynn was doing some fuck shit. Like, please be serious.
And I'm angry about the child that was exploited. And I hate her for that. And
mind you, also, this is what I also remember, because I went back and I remember whenever I was covering whether or not she knew who Shani was on her channel, because Shani was, like, in her chat once upon a time, and was saying how she's not standing up for all of these different demographics. So she wants to talk a big talk about, like, she doesn't fuck around, like, when it comes to children. Like, she doesn't play, she doesn't deal with people who exploit children and this, that, the other. And she was entertaining Shani for Christ in her chat, right? Because again, it's situational. She talks a big talk when it's convenient.
That will never change, and I don't want her to weaponize me for her content in Girl World. I'm disgusted.
Disgusted.
And I'm deeply impacted by not only that, but something else that happened yesterday. A lot of you are confused because I don't want to fucking monetize off this drama.
What else happened yesterday? And by that I mean whatever day she's actually talking about, because I am behind at this point.
In that sense, I just am briefly mentioning it here because it is entirely affecting my affect, my demeanor, my everything, and on that end, and I don't want to get combative. I don't want to do all of that. But something else happened very, very shortly after.
It's almost like you didn't have, if you're in such a bad mood, you didn't have to go live. Especially because, like, I imagine the reason you're taking a break is because you've been having a hard time on the internet lately. So why did we log on to Al Gore's internet and click go live on YouTube?
In a couple hours, that triggered the shit out of me, and with the wombo combo of the two situations, last night was hard for me, and I slept most of today, and so I'm trying to do what I think is best for me, and I think being alone in my bed resting is hurting me right now more than it is helping. So I'd rather do this, do things that are good for me.
You don't have somebody in real life you can call to talk to about this? This is why you need some for real people in real life to get you through some of this stuff. Because if you're in a bad place, you do not need to be coming onto the internet. Trust me, I've been there. This is coming from a solid place of advice, Diva.
I'll briefly summarize the Discord situation because it happened a few months back. In case people are not aware about that, Amber had a Discord during her messy LCU bullshit. I don't give a fuck about any of that. But she recklessly...
She does give a fuck about the LCU stuff, by the way, though. She does.
Her Discord in a way that was so lazy and lacking the safety rails required for her type of audience that a lot of gore and... adult content and CSAM was being posted in places where there was no age restrictions, so minors were able to view this material, and she had CSAM in that Discord server for days without even attempting to do something as simple as booting every person out of the server if like you needed to keep the evidence for legal reasons, like booting every person out of the server and not touching it until you have legal advice or whatever. But an actual crime was committed in her digital space. She mishandled it. She played victim. And
it's one thing I have been thinking about, because I knew that this happened. I knew that this was a thing that occurred with Amberlynn, but I didn't know like all the details about it. For somebody who claims Rosie who claims that they're so disconnected from Girl World, it's crazy to me that she knows more about this situation than I do. like for real. I mean, I was trying to check out of the Discord stuff because it got messy quick, and like I think y'all know those are not my favorite topics to cover because I think that they are actually very serious, and like like we tend to have a hee ha ha over here, and I'll talk about them if necessary, but like I don't have much more to say about it outside of it's fucked up, and I'm not surprised that Amberlynn didn't think some shit through that something like that happened, right? But she seems to know so much about it for somebody who's so disconnected from Girl World, for somebody who doesn't want anything to do with it, like knows more details than I do about it.
A piece of shit for how she handled it, and I will never want anything to do with her. And I have
never want anything to do with her, but remember that her tweet said that if Amberlynn wanted to email her, that she could.
In somewhat recent history, brought that situation up.
It's like, if you really don't trust her, if you really don't fuck with her like that, then why would you want any potential receipt, proof, evidence that she has to share with you? It doesn't make any sense, Rosie. You're being so unserious.
And like her in general, in like a roundabout way in lives, but when like my boyfriend was here and all of that, like I haven't really engaged as much about her
boyfriend,
in a while, and I don't fucking want it. I don't want anything to do with it. In my Instagram stories, I shared why this affects me so much, and it's a personal trauma reason, and I don't want to trauma dump right now. So if you want that context, I recommend watching my Instagram story.
If you want to see the trauma dump, go to my Instagram story, which, by the way, I think I saw that she's now going to have like some kind of membership subscription thing for Instagram stories, too. Things I will not necessarily be keeping up with. I'll have to get those receipts from somebody else, because ain't no way.
All of that. The next time I go live, which by the way, I still am planning on like not doing public lives. I decided that doing this was better for me mentally. And I wanted to talk to you guys, and I wanted to kind of say what I'm saying right now, like make some of my like core audience aware. Obviously, Girl World has been talking all about it. I'm sure, like I don't fucking know what the narratives are.
Obviously, Girl World's been talking about it. Remembers that she's not supposed to know if Girl World's been talking about it, so she says, "I'm sure, I don't know."
But I know I said what I said. I meant when I said fuck her forever. And I know if she's not watching this right now, she will be. If you want to watch my content, don't make it my business. That's how I feel about that.
Don't make it my business.
But I think you're manipulating me, and I think you're a monster. And this is not a hate train. This is your actions. And I'm angry that I fell for your manipulation last year.
She's
Mad at myself.
She's so funny.
So I'm gonna go get my dinner before people like freak out. I ordered a salad and a Diet Coke from Zachary's. Shoot me. I'm gonna be eating dinner.
Why would I do that? Girl, eat your salad. Girl, I don't care.
This too, because I need to eat something, even though quite frankly I don't fucking want to. But it's the only thing that sounds good to me right now. So that's what I did. Thank you so much. No, I love being people's comfort creator. And that's I think why it felt so manipulative.
Yeah, y'all ever felt comfort from watching a Rosie live stream? It's so comforting. Actually, honestly, I usually say that Lisa's Hall, she's a Dollar Tree channel. I usually say she's my comfort channel, my Coco Melon. But maybe this whole time it's been Rosie.
That's something I've said many times in many pieces of my content. And she's very transparent. Oh yeah, for Zaxby's salads, I always get the Sensation fried chicken.
Hell yeah.
As it comes, because it's so good. It has the best like Asian slaw, and that salad dressing is delicious. Fake nails, but I think these are the next ones I'm gonna try. Because they're short almond. I want to try out the shape. Oh, I love this salad. It comes with a really good egg roll.
Hell yeah.
This is it. Literally, I just got this in Diet Coke the size of my face. Sue me.
I think it might be a little bigger than your face, to be to be honest, Eva. I don't know. I can just imagine what some of your haters are doing with that comparison, though. Live your truth, Diva. Yes, Diet Coke sized face.
I can't. This week is canceled for me at this point. But my goal with doing what I'm doing right now today is to wake up tomorrow in a better space.
Work.
Because I feel delayed in my original intentions and plans of editing and everything. Because no way in hell, like I feel so foggy in my head. So while I'm eating, I wanted to tell you guys something that happened after that.
Okay.
It was about 12:31 in the morning, and I was sitting in the bathroom, and I scrolled very briefly. Ours is very overly fried. It's not normally this greasy.
Girl.
Unpleasant. Oh, I was sitting in the bathroom, and people might figure out what I'm talking about by context, and that's fine, honestly, because I genuinely, no one sent this to me. I did not seek this out.
How did you find it then? How did you find it? If you didn't seek it out and nobody sent it to you, how did you find it, Diva? Come on, share with the class.
So disoriented from what had just happened and transpired. But I want to talk about it because I think it's so fucked up. I just do. And I wish from the bottom of my heart I had never seen it. But I was on YouTube on my recommended page. Uh-huh. And as I've been blowing up, I keep hitting do not recommend channel, do not recommend channel, do not recommend channel.
As you've been blowing up, what do you mean as you've been... Is she talking about her channel or something? She thinks her channel's been blowing up, or has it? Maybe I just haven't been looking at what her subscriber count is like lately. I don't know. I feel like her subscriber count's pretty much standard. And it feels like the views on her stream haven't really blown up either. She used to get actually much higher views on streams and stuff back in the day when she streamed vertically, and then she stopped doing that because she got a lot of pushback about it. But I don't know, maybe her views are a little bit better. Because I scrolled back a little bit further, and she was getting 2,000 to 3,000 views on a video. And lately, it seems like most of her streams have been getting about 5,000 views. So maybe that's blowing up. I don't know. But she's just blowing up so much. She gotta go and say not recommended on all of these channels.
Algorithm. I can't control the algorithm, and I'm still getting served shit about me, and it just sucks.
Can I also just say though, you don't have to click on stuff like what you said you did. is absolutely the right thing to do. If there's ever anything that comes up about me, I just click do not recommend. Do not recommend this channel. Not even just do not recommend this video. Do not recommend this channel, okay? And you know what I don't do? Click on the video anyways to see what they have to say about me. Because usually once you push don't recommend this channel, YouTube will just take the video away so you don't have to see it. So this is what I'm confused about, because if you saw something about yourself, why'd you click on the video? Have some self-control, Diva. That's why you can't control the algorithm. You keep clicking on everything before you clicked do not recommend.
But, this video popped up, and it threw me off for a second because it wasn't like a reaction video. It wasn't like, stuff I'm used to. And it took me about 20 seconds to even realize what I was watching.
What? And why did you click on it if you didn't know what you were clicking on? And it was about you. I'm so confused.
And then the part that's on me that I'm like pissed off at myself about.
She's the kind of girly that, you know that meme with the bike? and it's like the person, it's like a comic strip, and it's the person on the bike, and they put in like a piece of wood into the spokes of the wheel, and then they fall over and crash. And then they're like, oh, how dare you, somebody else that wasn't me, for doing this to me. That's Rosie in the situation. How dare you, people making videos about me, and she's literally clicking on these videos anyways.
Because I couldn't look away. You know when you're watching something and you're like yelling at yourself, like, don't do it, Rosie, like, don't watch shit, like, don't watch it, leave, like, you know, when you're like trying to get yourself to do something, but whether it's motivated by self-destructive tendencies or just whatever the case may be, like, there's I think a lot of things I could point to for that, right? But I couldn't stop watching, because what happened was when I pulled it, I must have either like just accidentally like turned up the volume or something, because normally because of like sensory issues, I keep autoplay audio and visuals off by default, and I haven't been able to figure out how to turn off autoplay videos on the recommended page, and maybe that's just because I haven't tried hard enough. I don't know, but I figured out how to mute them on default, and that was cool. But I came across this video of someone acting out this fictional scene about me and the other two in Go World.
Wait. She's talking about Cheyenne Jackson. And to be honest, I have trauma related to Cheyenne as well. Is that her name? Cheyenne Jackson, Girl World. Sorry, there's like a famous Cheyenne. Oh wait, Cheyenne Jasmine. Cheyenne Jackson's like the famous, Jackson's the famous gay guy, I think. But yeah, no, I've been actually so traumatized by this girly, because there's been so many times people are like, please, Zach, you gotta react to Cheyenne Jasmine. And like, she does skits about Girl World where she like dresses up as all the different people and things like that, and people do love her content. But I'm always like, divas, I don't know that it would be funny for me to sit on. Like, I don't know that I could transform that content to be more entertaining than potentially what Cheyenne Jasmine's already doing. So it's so funny that this is what's got her worked up. I'm looking at it right now, and Rosie's name is literally in the thumbnail, and you can tell there's 3 different characters that Cheyenne has going on in the thumbnail. In the middle, it's clearly Amberlynn. On the right, it's clearly bald Chantal. And on the left, it's Rosie. She's wearing glasses. She has the like star chain thing coming down from it. So girl, how did you not know what you were getting into here? You're so worked up over this. And you know what this is all gonna do, by the way? It's gonna drive people to go to Cheyenne's page, because Cheyenne used to post a lot more frequently. I wish I could talk today. And she doesn't actually post a whole lot. She posted a month ago. She posted this video she's talking about 8 days ago, and then she just posted a video about Tyler Catastrophe yesterday. And otherwise, before that, it had been a year. A year since since Cheyenne Jasmine had posted anything on her channel. So that's great. That's great PR marketing for Cheyenne Jasmine, because I bet Cheyenne fell off of some people's radar. It's been a real long time since anybody's asked me to react to her content.
And it was centered around that death-feeding bitch. Essentially, like, kind
Emily?
of the plot of Goldilocks, like the Three Bears or whatever, but with tummy time. So I essentially watched someone act out fat fetishism onto my body. You know, that they acted out. So, moving forward, I removed tummy time from the title, and I like... Shit, no.
This is about tummy time too? Tummy time is... She thought it was so funny. She thought tummy time was so funny. And now because Cheyenne did this video, she doesn't want to engage in tummy time anymore?
No. Nope. Not doing this. Absolutely not.
To be clear, I haven't watched Cheyenne's video.
Live, and I'll be adding it to my blog.
To be clear, I haven't watched it. Maybe it is really mean and cruel, and it's worthy of whatever this crash out is from Rosie. But I do just want to say, literally days ago, she was thrilled about the concept of tummy time.
It was the worst timing. I think the video was from like a week ago. It was the worst timing I could have seen that video. So, yeah. I want to say I have the right to talk about these things. And I don't appreciate people telling me what I should or shouldn't talk about. I mean, she clearly has barely, I have no opinion about how I was portrayed, to be honest. And I didn't find that part offensive at all. In fact, it was just very clear she had no idea who the hell I was. But, you know, whatever. That is so...
If she didn't do a good job of representing you, what are you mad about then? I'm so confused. Maybe I do need to, in my downtime, go watch this video.
Point. That is so not the problem. The point is how I'm constantly sexualized against my will. That's the point. That's the problem. It happens all the time. I don't see the majority of it. What I do see is horrific. So...
Horrific.
I'm not going to send my audience to report. That's against YouTube's terms of service. The best thing to do is to not give it the currency of your attention, in my opinion.
Don't give it the currency of your attention, but I'm going to talk about it, and people are going to go seek it out because I talked about it.
But, you know, girl will shout her out and shit, and it is what it is.
I would be so curious if Rosie was sexualized or whatever. I mean, it's just so fascinating and interesting, like, her feelings about that. Like, I do think that there's probably, to some extent, she's trying to separate herself from that because she did used to work in sex work and things like that. And also, like, you eat on camera. And so if what you say is that people are sexualizing you eating on camera when that's connected to, like, what you did previously, I don't know. Maybe I just don't fully, to be fair, maybe I don't fully understand, and maybe we'll leave it there because I didn't watch Cheyenne's video, and I don't completely understand in general when Rosie's always getting upset about sexualizing her and things. Like, I understood, like, the Bragate stuff, but maybe in this situation, I just don't have enough context, to be honest. So I don't want to speak too much more about it. But she is upset about this. Damn.
I can't control it, but it really deeply affected me, and I wanted my audience to know why. I feel differently about that phrase that I really enjoyed for innocent reasons. Fuck, man!
Homegirl didn't even realize that tummy time was something that I fully... that I fully initially was the one to say something about. She really thought it was from a comment that happened in a Ziomara live stream. So she's acted like this was some special phrase to her when, like, one of her biggest ops, me, was the one that came up with it to begin with.
Sorry. I had never seen. In all my girl world past, I had never heard of this person. I was surprised.
I find that so hard to believe. To be honest with you, so hard to believe.
Her subscriber count. I was shocked I'd never heard of her. I really hadn't. And if I'd ever heard of her in passing, I didn't ever look into it. I really.
There's got to be a receipt somewhere where Miss Ma'am knows about Cheyenne Jasmine, because I just don't believe that. With the number of times people in Girl World audiences and viewers have asked me to react to Cheyenne and this, that, the other, I would find it hard to believe that somebody so chronically online in Girl World wouldn't know about Cheyenne. Just to be clear.
Who she was. And my hope is that she just truly didn't know my history, and she's not that awful. That's all I could hope for. It was extremely traumatizing, and it is on me that I didn't turn off the video, and I in a different headspace I would have. I was caught off guard, and by the time I realized what I was watching,
I gotta be so honest. It's fine if this is triggering and stuff to her, but this is where I will call bullshit when she says that she's so changed and she's worked on herself in so many ways. Not to say that she has to automatically be perfect overnight, but it's this specific pattern of behavior where she clicks on stuff, seeks out stuff about herself over and over and over and over and over again. Is why I'm you haven't really made a lot of changes, because it's every other stream where you're addressing something that you read about yourself, that you saw about yourself, that you saw about Amberlynn, and you're getting yourself in this situation. That's why I think it's so hard for people to believe that you've really made a ton of change.
That is my response. That's my fault. I get that. I just wanted to address that because I don't want to. I don't want to use that phrase anymore. A lot of people just don't understand how much, in terms of feederism, they just don't understand how erotic the belly is to fat fetishists. And that woman is a confirmed death feeder. And I hate her. Emily
Tommy Sloan. Since Rosie's not using words, let me help you read between the lines.
There's not many people I hate that I've never met, and I hate her. Maybe that's unhealthy, but I do.
It feels like a lot.
So watching her act demented like that, it was all fictional, obviously, but it was horrible. Beyond that.
Sorry, I'm going back to the thing about the belly and stuff like that, because what she's saying is probably true, right? In the feederism fetish in that community, I'm sure that bellies are very sexualized in that way, but also, and I think what a lot of people try to say when they say that Rosie's still out here making feeder adjacent content and things like that is that she's constantly eating stuff on stream that can be sexualized by those people. She's constantly making moaning noises and things like that when she eats, getting excited over food. And I think that that's the disconnect for a lot of people, because in general, even if your intention isn't to make those things, it very much feels like you're still making that type of content just on a safe for work platform. You're not selling it in the places that you previously did. You're not acting out a scene in a parody of Matilda, right?
That I have my boyfriend and friends friends like Barry and other friends. But I did get to enjoy the pool, and I feel a lot better. They were using fat fetishism as the butt of the joke. But they were acting it out, they crude Shane Dawson skit style, it was demented, bro. I wish I had never seen. I wish I was who I was yesterday before I'd seen that, and I mean that with my whole heart.
Well, imagine you had actually committed to taking a break from the internet Imagine you had committed to doing that and hadn't clicked on the video. Like, wow, wild and crazy idea.
It's called tallow honey balm. A little goes a long way. It's pretty heavy. It is made with beef tallow. You don't smell it. Like
Yum.
that actually smells really pleasant. I'm just glad you don't look at Reddit, Twitter, replies, comments anymore. Yeah, let them talk.
Well, she does.
Yep.
Well, she does.
Them when you don't respond or acknowledge them, they aren't worth a response. Yeah, I try. I do, but
to be clear, I don't think Cheyenne probably wanted or expected a response from Rosie, but Rosie certainly gave her one.
The reason I brought that part up is because I know people would be like, "What? Like what? Like." I changed the title of that live last night, like very shortly after that incident and after coming down from the panic attack that ensued. I'm used to being dehumanized, but that was really hard to witness, and I should have clicked off, and I wish I had been in the right frame of mind to be able to do so. It was just I can't express how bad the timing was. For most people, I think you would even need less product than I use. My face drinks stuff up, and I've got a big face.
You got that Diet Coke-sized face. Or the face-sized Diet Coke, whichever way you want to take it.
So, no reaction is the way to go here.
I'm obsessed with her repeating no reaction is the way to go, but so far all this has been is a reaction to both Cheyenne, Jasmine, and Amberlynn Reid.
And that's, I think, one of the reasons why I'm talking about this on, members only, just because it does get less attention overall. I mean, it's crazy. Opening up my phone last night and seeing fucking Poppy's a member of my channel. I stared at it for a second. I was like, hypocrite. Because I don't know what's going on over there, but holy shit,
Wait, what about Pulpy joining as a member makes him a hypocrite? Has he, I guess maybe if he's previously said, don't financially support these people or something, but I don't know. I know that Pulpy is hardly the only content creator who is a member or paying member of Rosie's memberships. So I don't. Is that supposed to be a bad thing? I don't know. Do you not want his $4 either? She said, I want Amberlynn's $4. I want Pulpy's $4. You better keep just taking the $4 of whoever will give it to you, Diva. Because if you start calling people out for being hypocritical for financially supporting you, I do fear what could happen to your financial income.
Staring at her for a good 2 minutes. I was like, come the fuck again? You're not mixing realities? Okay, sure.
Not mixing realities? What does that mean?
Spicy salads are not low calorie, but they have vegetables in them. Assuming. I was thinking about it. I was like, the last thing I'm going to do right now is deal with the kitchen. I'll try to get to it later. But my goal here is to kind of help reset my mental health space.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're doing that.
I want to have fun with you guys.
I'm glad we're doing that. It's working out so well, yeah?
I talk to you guys about this, my supporters in that way, and it's harder to do that publicly because then, unless I put the chat on members only, which I don't really do, because that feels very dismissive of my supporters who can't afford memberships and want them, it feels really dismissive of them.
Is this not also then dismissive, using that logic? She said, I only care about the opinions of the people who are paying members. That's still what you're saying. But now they just can't even see it altogether unless they watch somewhere else.
Low-key kind of wish I'd also got a slice of Texas toast, but they upcharge crazy for that. Rosie, you Texas bread in your fucking kitchen, bitch. You could have made some. Too late. I appreciate everyone who's looking out for me, and I had some really lovely conversations in the DMs last night and this morning too.
Oh, good.
The chat is really nice here too. That's why.
Good news that she's not being parasocial anymore. Good news that she's learned from all of that parasocial behavior, you know, because she's such a changed person.
You couldn't pay me to do a public live right now. I don't have a number for that, where I'm at mentally.
Okay.
I appreciate all my supporters on that front, but the byproduct of dealing with that. But, and I don't want to over explain and say things wrong, because I take my spirituality as my faith and I take that seriously. And so, anyway, because of that, people with ill intent toward you, when they know more about your birth chart, if they know your birth time, your birthplace, and all that, they can use that information to spiritually attack you, essentially. And since I believe in this shit, I'm just very careful about what I do and don't share. I actually believe people can manipulate you if you give your entire chart, so I get it. Yeah.
Girl, I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to that. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a sun Aquarius. Don't do anything to me, divas. Don't do anything to me with that information. I know what my rising and my moon sign are too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But I have figured it out before.
Which is kind of why it's a big deal why I shared my chart with my boyfriend, because I trust him that much. And
hell yeah.
Besides my friends who are helping me read charts, I don't really share my chart with people. So.
Protect your peace, girl.
Or if I was a higher professional.
She says, I'll protect my star chart, my astrology chart, but everything else is on the table. We can talk about just about nearly anything else.
Yeah, it's giving out your personal info. Yeah, it's I don't know if this is wrong or not, but I almost just said it's like spiritual doxing. I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate, to be fair. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of the first thing that came to mind.
I don't think I get the comparison you're trying to make, but correct. I don't think those are the same things.
Yeah, the gaming stream's not going to happen until I either get a better laptop or far off in the future when after Lee and I are living together and we're able to help. Cause he's offered to basically. He's got a older PC that he
can't wait for the quality gaming content that Rosie could potentially provide to the internet.
We just did a new build, and so that PC's missing some parts that can easily get replaced. Rosie, I know you don't claim Latina, but as Latina, I claim you as Latina just by your brows alone. I don't want to, especially with the attention I get, I don't want to go into the details. I think it's crazy how it works.
Okay.
Because despite you not growing up Hispanic, in my opinion, you look so Hispanic. You do not give white at all to me. Really? Well, I mean...
Now, girl, who is this that's gassing her up in the chat? Because you're going to have this girl out here claiming to be a person of color when it's giving white, diva. It's giving white. Her behavior is giving white. Everything about Rosie is giving a white person. From one white person to another, diva. Let's be so for real. Let's be so for real. Stop gassing her up.
I think there's a lot of white, Latina people. You know what I mean?
Well, also true.
They're pale.
They're
probably even have more heritage than I do, So I don't like to, and that's why I don't claim it out of respect, because I have white privilege. I have white woman privilege.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of deconstruction in my early 20s, and I've learned a lot over the years too. And
deconstruction of what, diva? You're just saying buzzwords at this point. What did you deconstruct?
It's been many years, and I don't ever really discuss the topics in detail, especially on live, because they're so serious, And as a white person, I don't think it's my place to even try to speak on a lot of things, especially with any type of authority. I believe heavily in decolonization and deconstruction and understanding the core of white privilege and not taking it personally, and educating on things like white fragility and things like that. And I'm no expert by any means. I just believe that...
I think, to be honest, all you're an expert in, Rosie, is saying words that you've seen on the internet in regards to those topics. Like, I would kind of be interested in hearing what your understanding of decolonization, deconstruction, white fragility, etc. is. Because you're just saying words. You said earlier that you worked a lot on deconstruction, and I'm just very interested in what you think that means to you.
There are systemic inequalities that deserve much more respect than it's given, and those are just my general stances, and I don't bring them up in these spaces because of the way I'm treated, and I don't want those topics being weaponized and sensationalized in that way. So, I do my best, but I am a white woman. Just like a man can be a man, a white woman can be a white woman, and it's important to, check yourself, because privilege does not mean you don't experience classism or inequality in other manners, but you don't have the additional plight of the systemic racism in the U.S., and we need to check that.
Sure.
And it's important to be aware of microaggressions and things like that, and I'm not trying to be preachy. I know it can be a touchy subject for people, but those are things that I really believe in. What's a platonic turnoff for you in a friendship?
Mind you, she said she didn't really want to talk about all of that and bring it up on her channel, and the original question or statement was just somebody telling her that she looked Latina.
What turns you off from a friend? Like, as an Aquarius, I get grossed out by overly clingy friends. I love communication and being like communicative throughout the day, and things like that. Like, I love that. Like, I love connection. In a way, with clingy friendships, yeah. Like, people who are just like for me, it's like toxicity is a big one. Like, I've worked really hard to be a much less toxic version of myself, and I've made a lot of like work and changes. So for me, it's like, if you lack emotional intelligence, massive turn off. If you play games instead of communicate like adults, massive turn off. Being overly clingy to the point of emotional manipulation. My number one turn off is emotional manipulation.
The gag is that the things she's describing could all be like describing her in my DMs. Every single one of these things.
When people are purposefully emotionally manipulative, my cutoff game is so strong and so fast on that topic because of the things I've experienced throughout my life and how much I used to let people emotionally manipulate me because I didn't understand. Communication is so important, absolutely. Oh, yum. Okay. Oh, that's so good. That's really sad of you, yeah. I used to not have a great cutoff game. I used to be the kind of person who would go and check up on people. Nah, man, I lost a friend last year. I don't got a fucking clue what she's up to, and I don't want to know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got a fucking clue.
But that's also not true, because she keeps in touch with so many of her former friends that have stuff to say about her on the internet. She knows exactly what Chris and Britt are up to. She knows exactly what I'm up to, and I wasn't even really her friend.
Not a one.
She knows, and she was friends with Amberlynn last year, and she's certainly aware of what Amberlynn's up to. Her cutoff game is not strong at all. Not at all.
I don't want to know. I have to tell people to stop sending me stuff, because I don't want to fucking know.
Oh!
Yeah,
wait, I thought that was a drink pouch, but I forget. She has there's some other thing that she sometimes takes that she just, I think you are supposed to mix it with something, but she just takes it like a powder shot, like the Fun Dip without the candy stick.
Okay.
A goodie? Is that the goodies?
That was kind of the point, actually. Because a lot, just yesterday was a shit show. Because someone sent me, one of my members super chatting in someone's chat, and that person has been being extremely parasocial in the DMs, and I started trying to distance myself, and they took it like we were in a fight, like we were friends, and I was like, I don't know you.
Oh my god, that's like when you took things with me so personally and then went onto the internet and claimed that I wasn't the person that the internet thought I was. And I was like, girl, I don't know you. I don't know you. And then what's also crazy about this is that she's sitting here talking about people from her chat being parasocial with her in her DMs, as if earlier when she was talking about the fallout with all the Amberlynn stuff, as if she wasn't talking about being how good the conversations she was having with people in the DMs were. Girl, maybe the solution to your problem is to not be in the DMs. You don't want these people sending you stuff. Get out of your DMs with random strangers from the internet. You said that one of the ways that you've changed so much is you're no longer this parasocial person. Where, girl? Why are all of your relationships with people on the internet? It's so weird.
Don't shit talk me in the reactors chat if you don't like me, but I don't know you. Leave me alone. You're like sending me messages on Spotify. You're like constantly sending me shit and like taking it offensive if
I love when she gets upset about stuff that could literally describe her behavior in my DMs. I actually am really obsessed with it.
If I'm not giving you special treatment in my chat, like bro, you know, yeah, it's hard because I like having the friendly vibe. But when people don't understand the boundaries, it can get weird.
That's because you don't have boundaries, Diva. You don't have boundaries. You really don't.
He's playing magic.
Who, Remy?
What I learned from this trip with my boyfriend is that we are going to definitely... Like, it was a little different because we were together for a specific period of time. But we're going to need to figure out a rhythm of, like, when he is and isn't involved in the lives. Because the lives drain him in a different way.
It's almost like he doesn't have to be involved in them at all.
And, like, pre-recorded content. And when we're living together, we are very different in terms of, like,
Mind you, living together, and he was supposed to be on vacation. But she had him in live streams doing work for her. She had him not in live streams doing work for her. Like, again, just let him not be in live streams. I don't think that there has to be any balance. If it's draining on him, he doesn't have to do it.
That type of stuff. Oh, I've got 2 hair clips in my hair. I must have put this in my hair, not realizing my hair's already up. Why does my hair look like this? Why does it look a little greasy? I literally washed it at 6 o'clock this morning. Is it greasy or shiny? I can't tell. Hold on. I decided to grow my hair out around the time Lee decided to grow his beard out. And I've come to realize that
Why is it greasy? I took a shower at 6 a.m. this morning.
Was really holding myself to the same haircut for close to a decade, just out of consistency. I'm going to use some of this Chi. This is hair protectant.
Okay.
I'm not cutting my hair today. I genuinely don't have the energy or mental stability to try cutting my hair and then realizing I fucked it up. Because I genuinely, I don't want to have a meltdown on camera. So
you've never done that before. You've never done that before.
I've not used this hairspray before. I bought it forever. I don't remember even how I got it, actually. Ooh. Ooh. I was scratching my head a lot yesterday. I didn't like the way that felt. But that's a Rosie thing. To brush through, because this is a tip that's supposed to help your hair hold the curl longer. Clip it out of the way.
Okay. Does the industrial size fan help the curl hold longer or no?
I wish we could keep our house colder.
Riveting.
How y'all doing?
Hey everybody. How y'all doing? Beautiful.
So then I'm gonna take this curl as is, clip it up here.
Sure. To be clear, I don't know if y'all see my hair. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So let me take some notes. maybe I can learn something.
would Lee let you curl his hair? I wanted to while he was here. We just never got to it.
What else could you have possibly been doing?
So we didn't get to. That's the thing. And that's the thing, like, about the beach stuff is, like, he didn't want to go either. And people don't want to believe that. But once he saw the reality of what the weather was like, he also...
She's real ate up about this beach stuff. She brings it up like every stream. I think the larger concern, Rosie, is not just the beach, but it's the combination of it all. It's the whole picture, the entire story that he came all the way from Texas to spend time with you, and all we know that y'all did was sit inside your house in Florida. And he cleaned up after you, picked up after you, organized your whole entire home apparently for you, okay? So that's the bigger picture here, is that in general, it doesn't seem like he got to do anything fun on his vacation.
He was also afraid to leave the house because of what happened in Texas. So the times we did get out were both of us conquering our anxiety.
I'm just confused because of what happened in Texas, but Texas, y'all went out multiple times even after what happened in Texas, and you used what happened in Texas to justify why you couldn't do any live streams while you were in Texas. But this go around, when you're at your house, we can go live whenever, we just can't go outside because of what happened in Texas. It's just like these things that don't add up to me.
So, and one day we'll really get over that, I think, but he was only here for a certain amount of weeks, you know? A while ago, someone DM'd me calling me a liar about Florida beaches being closed at night. My understanding is that they were. Like, I was looking in their hours and stuff, and like, you know, you could get the police called on you if you go at night. Am I wrong? Do I have any Floridians I can confirm or deny?
Girl, I don't know.
The time I tried to go to the beach at night, I was locked out and told I couldn't go. And the sun had, like, just been setting. So, I'm a transplant, so I could be just misinformed. But, like, damn, that's what's so frustrating about my memory shit and, like, everything is... Anytime I'm just wrong, I get called a liar. I'm like, goddamn! Anytime I, like, misremember shit or I'm careful about how I word things because of my memory, I'm a liar. I'm just like, dear God. I'm not this malicious bitch people make me out to be.
Well... First of all, I don't think the lying has necessarily anything to do with people thinking you're a malicious bee. I think those are two separate things that we can address.
You know? And I guess sometimes I feel safer venting on members only, even though I know I'm being sniped and whatever. Next time he's here, I will definitely do more research because it just sounds like I was misinformed. That was what I knew to be true years ago.
Why not just do research when he was there? Why not just go look and see, hey, are there beaches we can go to at night in Florida that's close enough, like, driving distance? The reality is you didn't want to do that research because you didn't want to go. You're very content with him just being your butler in your home.
And fuck, it could have just been, like, me getting something wrong and, like, taking one thing and thinking it applied to everything. I would love for the first time we go to the beach to be at night. Are you kidding? We fucking hate being around people. Like, we are not like that. Like, I don't want a ton of strangers. Like, the amount of stares I got in my bikini at Clearwater Beach a few years ago was, like, a lot. I don't give a fuck, like...
I don't give a fuck, but I definitely remember a few years ago at Clearwater Beach the amount of stares I got. Like, just be honest, that would be uncomfortable. It's okay if that would piss you off. Like, why are we immediately following it up with, like, this tough girl act when it's clear that you do care? And that's a reasonable thing to care about. Getting stared at in public is uncomfortable.
I very much subscribe to the I'm fat and I'm hot, deal with it kind of mentality.
Sure.
When it comes to me and my body.
I can tell.
Like, that's really, you know, like, I don't like to be conceited or egotistical about it, but, like, you know, and I do struggle, and it's a bit different now, I feel, that I have someone in my life who is so, like, into me, you know? But I don't talk about those details of my life for obvious reasons, and also because I'm trying to grow from how I used to talk about sex, how vulgar and like oversharing I was about it, because like fucking trauma, man. Straight up, hypersexuality is a trauma response, bro. I've made so many changes in how I engage with the topic online, and
has she really just since she started dating Remy? Because I feel like she gave a lot of details for other partners before Remy, and that's not to say that like she like absolutely can change how she wants to talk about that, obviously, but I'm just like, it just falls under the whole entire like, oh, I've made all this change in my life since I met Remy. It's like, well, you just started dating somebody. Buddy. Like, why has your life changed so much because of this one person that you've known for 6 months?
Like, from 2025, even. Like, but especially from, like, 2023, because prior to that was diabolical. Truly. And, you know, I know that all stems from, like, a trauma space, right? But, like, I've made such great changes, and above all else, I respect my boyfriend and his feelings on that topic, and it really...
Sure, you could have also just left it at that. You could have just said, hey, like, in this relationship, I'm just not talking about these things as much because I want to respect my partner's wishes.
Grosses me out. Like, it grosses me out how people sexualize me to dehumanize me. Kind of like what I was talking about earlier with that one video. And, like, I'm turning 35 this year, and I just frankly want to hold myself to a higher standard.
Okay, let's start.
In 2026, I've made actionable change on that front.
Sure. Is the actionable change in the room with us at this moment?
As forgetful as I am, the internet would hate me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Morg. I'm not lying about my trauma. I'm not lying about these things that, like, seeing, like, I recently saw, like, I just started getting a bunch of shit served to me recently. Oh,
I'm not watching it. I'm not looking at it. I have moderators who are filtering this stuff for me. I'm not watching it. But I just recently, girl, another in the same live stream, you're going to tell us about another thing that you just happened to see about yourself.
And I think it's just because I'm becoming a broader topic.
Like, she quite literally just tried to make it sound like, you know, the Cheyenne Jasmine video was a one-off thing. Just so goofy.
From creators I've never heard of before. And that's just been an interesting experience, unfortunately. But, like, people saying, like, proof that I'm lying about, like, basically, like, my trauma. That there's no way to get proof. Like, you don't have proof that I'm lying about my stalker story on my interview. You have me being a human and accidentally contradicting myself at times because I'm not wording things correctly, even though I'm telling the same story. I just am, like, I either misspeak or, like, I don't say a certain detail, so, like, you say I'm lying, and it's just a game to these people. You're calling me a liar because Amber's won.
Oh, it all comes back to Amberlynn. Y'all are only trying to make me a liar because Amberlynn's a liar. Diva, you have lied. You have lied. You lied about me! Again, I can speak to my personal experience with you.
And you're trying to get me to fit in her mold. Okay.
This is giving beautiful, like, Oh Mary ringlets, you know? Oh Mary, the hit Broadway play. It's giving very much the wig that they use in that play.
Taking all the curls down. It's sad to me people demonize behavior that is classic signs of trauma and instead try to make it proof of dishonesty. Memory gap struggles when retelling stories and things like that are textbook. Yeah, and I really do try very hard to be transparent, but I'm also, like, moving forward this year, I've been making a conscious effort to not sit there and, like, tell the intense details of my different trauma. I'll talk about my trauma, I'll talk about things that, like, hateful ass losers will call trauma dumping, but it's not trauma dumping. I'm just sharing my experiences, shit like that, right? But, like, I'm not sitting here being like, he did this, and using, like, the graphic language and all of that, because I'm trying to...
Did she? I love how she's like, it's not trauma dumping, when literally earlier in this stream she said, I'm not going to share about the things that Amberlynn has engaged in that have triggered me because I don't want to trauma dump on you all right now. Like, literally, that was just in this video earlier, you know? That's just wild. It's just wild. The ways that, like, from start to finish, she's already out here saying things that contradict and stuff like that. Here we are. All right, let's go, diva.
Move forward in a space of healing. Also, it's no one's business, and people who want details like that are weird. Yeah, and I unfortunately made it the internet's business many years ago.
Okay, and that part, because I was gonna say it's not anybody's business, but Rosie not only made it the internet's business, she's done several podcast interviews. She sent her stories to, like, different magazines, had them covered. So she was in every reaction channel, practically every reaction channel's DMs, mine included, trying to get somebody to interview her. I need her to be so serious about it, though. Like, the reason that people have questions about it is because you did previously make it the internet's business.
And I can't undo it.
Right.
I just can't. I can't. They can't unknow it.
Correct.
I can't take it back. You're helping people by sharing, though, Rosie. Thank you. I'm just trying to be less reckless about it.
You know, at the end of the day, I don't mind the curl that she ended up with. I really don't.
I think I like this hairspray.
I don't know anything about hair, though.
Quickly. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're not brushing that one curl out. Okay.
In hindsight...
It's very much giving Amberlynn doing a get ready with me. To do what? To go where? She said it was like 9 p.m. when she started this live stream. What are we doing all of this for?
The glasses before curling the hair. That's like, I think it'll be in the way, but oh my god. I'm like wearing kind of homely house clothes, but that looks really good. I gotta like sit for a second. A princess, thank you.
Sure.
I love it that my boyfriend like treats me like a princess and calls me a princess. I think it's really cute. I don't care how old you are. That kind of princess treatment is beautiful. Maybe that's not how you want your relationships to be, and I think that's totally valid, but like there's something very healing in it for me. My boyfriend, he calls me a lot of different things.
Beautiful. It is beautiful. Don't let anybody tell you, Rosie, that your love with Remington bolt action rifle isn't beautiful, because there's really something special there for sure.
He doesn't call me that like all the time, but when he's like it's so cute because like we'll pull into the driveway and like when we would go do stuff and like sometimes I would forget and like I remember one time specifically after he'd been here for a while I popped my door open and he went ah and I was like what and I was like oh he's one of those guys and personally I love that shit. I know some women don't. I love that shit. I do. I sure as fuck do. Hot take. I think it's feminists. It's a good thing to let people do what the fuck they want if they're not hurting nobody.
Sure.
Which, like, you know, like, that's why I don't like it in feminist spaces when, like, women dog on, like, homemakers and stay-at-home mothers.
Just to be clear, that is, like, a different wave of feminism. I don't know a lot of feminists in my personal life these days that are dogging on people who are homemakers. I don't know what feminist spaces Rosie's in. Certainly not a feminist space I'm trying to be a part of. That's weirdly. I think really the reason though that you don't have a problem with Remy doing all of this princess treatment is because you don't want to do shit. You don't want to open your drinks, you don't want to open your car door, you don't want to clean your kitchen, you don't want to clean your bedroom, you don't want to clean your bathroom. You don't want to take your trash out. So I think that's the real reason that you're okay with it, and that's fine. I don't think that makes him a misogynist or you a misogynist. I think there's other things that we previously discussed that could make him a misogynist, like his idea that leadership is inherently a masculine trait. I think that's a little weirdly, as we discussed. I have some room for him to explore what masculinity and femininity mean to him. But I don't think it's the end of the world. I just think it's weirdly how he does everything for you.
People that have relationships where they are like a more traditional setup, because I think it is unfair to demonize all aspects of that just because there are truly so many horrible men who will weaponize that kind of protection and setup, and that's true and that's valid. And but there are relationships out there that have the traditional setup that are not financially, abusive or abusive in nature. There are loving couples out there with traditional home values.
What were people suggesting that? Perhaps maybe people were suggesting that the way she treats him is abusive, but I didn't know that that's where we were going with this conversation. The only thing I was gonna say is that for two people who are queer and talk about this queer relationship they have with each other, it's just weirdly to me that they would be so heteronormative about it. For me personally, that's the part for me that I'm like, y'all want to be queer so bad, which you are queer, but you're in this relationship that is giving heterosexuality, and you're going about it in the most heteronormative way, and the most like gender role stereotypical way, and that's the part of it for me that's like, girl, do whatever you want as long as it's not harming nobody. It's just, for me, I guess what I'm saying is I wouldn't want to be in such a restrictive setup where it's like, oh, this man has always got to be taking care of me.
And they have a right to live how they want.
For sure.
And there are certain aspects of relationships, like traditional relationships, that I really like that get demonized a lot because of, the more modern opinion. I consider myself a feminist. My beliefs, these are things I don't harp on a lot because they can be sensitive subjects, but
also, mind you, I don't think most people in girl world have a problem with Remy doing nice things for her. I think it's the larger conversation, again, the bigger picture here is that he's doing everything for you, Rosie.
The reason I'm pro-choice, the reason I, believe it's important to not be anti-woman or anti-women is people deserve the right to go and get their career and climb the corporate ladder if that's your goal. And they deserve the right to be a stay-at-home mom and be a homemaker and take care of their family and their kids.
And what's your goal? Because it's not feeling like either of those things.
Somewhere in between. And I'm just really, I'm of the camp of, I'm just really tired of, people in society thinking they can try to tell people how to live and,
sure.
Or even worse, the government. And
sure.
I think, that's a weird tangent to go on. I was just talking about how my boyfriend treats me. But I was brought that up because I remember I once got a comment where they were like, he doesn't seem really alternative. He seems to have traditional values. And I'm just sitting here he's just being a gentleman. Fuck.
Well, yes, a lot of what's considered, and this is where I'm saying you need to maybe unpack a lot of what that means to you, because a lot of these gender roles, this gentleman role is rooted specifically in things that were created by the patriarchy, systems to keep women in line, and systems to keep men in positions of power and stuff like that. That's where people are coming from. Not to say that it's inherently bad, again, but it's you're sitting over here talking about all this you're doing as if the concept of chivalry isn't rooted in patriarchal concepts of what men and women are supposed to be. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's where they're coming from when they say, like, oh, he seems very traditional, very conservative. That's because a lot of that is rooted in that.
Get my ass to edit tomorrow. I really hope I wake up refreshed and ready to go tomorrow. One of the biggest things people like to try to call me out with, even though I've owned it since I left, is like I used to be a Girl World viewer, right? Uh-huh. That's like a very well-known fact.
And still are. And you still are. You responded to something Amberlynn said about you within 2 hours, so you are in fact still a Girl World viewer, yes.
I mean, and how I started out not liking Amber, and then that like switched and all that shit, and like how much shit I used to talk, and all of these things that, you know, I behaved right alongside a lot of these people that I frankly condemn now. Facts. And I've talked about that at length, and how much more of a judgmental, unkind, nastier person I was for it.
And you still are. Mind you, it was just a couple weeks ago you were ranting about a waiter you had for being weird and jarring, and then talked about him being autistic. So, yeah, you're still weird and judgmental, Diva.
Because I used other people's lives as a punching bag for the things within myself and the things outside of my control that I wanted an outlet for. Uh-huh. And I did that at the expense of other people because I believed them to be more morally bankrupt than me.
Okay.
And if you are actually someone who you feel is morally above us, these people, then you would give us the Onision treatment.
The Onision treatment? This is the second time she's referenced that.
It took me years to figure that out and believe it.
By that, I know of Onision because I'm on the internet, but I don't know everything there is. Does she mean like you would just ignore the people? You would just not give them attention? You would like not make content about them? Because again, girl, if that's what you mean, you continue to fail to give Amberlynn the Onision treatment.
Follow through with it. Because I think I've known it for a long time. The biggest way to hurt these people is to stop talking about them.
And yet here you are, Diva.
But they don't care about that. They want to watch their silly little show.
Yes.
They want someone to feel above.
Well, I don't want to feel above anybody, but I do want to watch my silly little show. That's true. That's true.
And they want a safe space to do it where the people in their real life are not aware.
People in my real life are aware of what I do, just for the record. I think everybody probably to different extents, but my friends, my family know what I do on the internet.
Majority are embarrassed to talk about this topic.
I'm not embarrassed. It is like awkward when people want to bring it up to me, but I'll talk about it. I will talk about it. It's only awkward because it's like, how do I give you the full context of what I do if you have no concept or understanding of what's going on here? But I'll talk about it. Girl, trust. I don't have any issue.
For a valid reason. And a lot of those Girl World people, there's a lot of them that don't like me and don't watch reactions to me because I talk about these things, and they're forced to contend with that cognitive dissonance.
Oh my God, it's so hard.
I would know. I had to unpack it.
It's so hard. I'm struggling to deal with the cognitive dissonance, Rosie.
Very uncomfortable.
She's so funny.
Where do you see yourself in 3 years, Rosie? Life, relationships, experiences, etc. I see me and Lee living together. I see myself having a more polished and
polished what?
Content creation, like best practices in my life. A healthier body.
Okay.
I'm not going to say where I see us for a few reasons. I see myself...
What do you mean you're not going to say where you see us? You just said you'd be living with him. What else could you possibly be keeping from us, Rosie?
Really happy. I'll be honest, in 3 years I see myself being engaged.
I'm not gonna say where I see us. I see us engaged.
Because I have a partner who knows what he wants, and that's me.
Hell
Financial
yeah.
stability.
Sure.
I see a more peaceful life.
Okay.
That's what I see.
Work.
Thank you, Cynthia. Doing the mental work you are is the path to all of that. Healthy bodies are easier to get with healthy minds. I don't know if I'll ever be healthy in the term of like overall health, but I can see a healthier body. I see you being engaged by the end of this year. I don't think so.
What a grim world to be like. I just don't see myself being overall healthy ever. Okay.
That's too soon. I think that's the time where we start taking that prospect seriously by that point. In the future, it's just not a huge priority right now. Go to Dollar Tree, and actually I mentioned, but one of the reasons I want to go to Dollar Tree is I want to look at their different organizational bins.
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
I want to organize some of the things that I own, because like half of the stuff in my closet isn't even mine. It's just household storage. Awesome work. Oh, Amazon, that's why I opened this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I already love these nails, bitch. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm about to be a problem. My middle fingers, I didn't compensate for my crooked fingers, so they look a little funky.
Oh, shit.
I got a headache from the headband.
Oh, damn.
My hair does look really cute. At least you're pretty, Rosie. You know what? Hell yeah. Like, I'm depressed, but at least I'm pretty and depressed. My outfit's not cute at all. Kind of homely, but...
Okay. You know what? It is hard to take a compliment. That is something I struggle with. And so I feel you, girl. What are we eating? Did we not just have a salad?
So for real, after today, I'm going to be trying to do better about like.
What is that? Oh, it's a mango.
I may or may not do the members live on Friday since I did one today. I'm leaning towards not. I feel bonita. So
girl, what is on your shirt? What did we spill on our shirt?
Oh. I'm gonna get some water and go lay down. I hope you all have a wonderful day. A wonderful evening wherever you are. And stay true. Bye, guys.
All right, well, there you go. What a long-ass video on my end. Although I do have to edit out some parts where, like, I had to go respond to Poe barking and stuff like that. So maybe it'll be less long by the time I do that. I doubt it. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Keep tuned in. We got more to cover, I'm sure. Thanks so much for watching today. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!